I think we got the excitement of new podcast, and now we're hitting the,
we're doing this again every week.
It's we got to battle through the valley. Because eventually it's going to go here, and then we're going to level out to a coasting pace.
They say lesser of a mountain never made a better man.
They said
that's some shit that's on a bathroom wall somewhere. That's crazy.
That's not true at all. I've never been in a bathroom that said that.
Yeah, what's the saying?
A
rough sea never made a sexy sailor.
Sexy?
That's not it.
I mean, by all means, I bet a very skilled sailor is probably
the
attractive.
Rough Sea and the Sexy Sailor is the name of an adult film.
Starring yours truly, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
I got dibs on being the sea.
Yeah.
I camera shy, for sure. Not me, him.
One of us. Guy. Did you zip that thing back up?
I got it all down.
I don't want
it wears a suit?
Yeah, it does.
Speaking of choppy waters, we're on episode 54, and we're going to talk about some catastrophes.
There's some choppy waters, yeah.
Yeah, people die.
Catastrophes.
Yep. Go ahead, tell me what you think a catastrophe is.
Let me just fix my mic. There we go. Catastrophes, I think they're fascinating.
By definition?
Catastrophe.
You want the definition?
In my day-to-day life, I would say a catastrophe is forgetting to pack lunch and having to go to the gas station in White Shield and buy the shittiest microwavable sandwich that you've ever had in your life.
Disgusting. And then have no microwave around you.
Shitting with no paper.
Yep. Sometimes you got to use the cardboard at the end of the roll.
Sometimes you have to use your sock.
Yeah.
Dude, tell the story.
I think you told that story.
I did.
On the podcast?
Yeah, I did.
Wiping his ass with a sock.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Dude came out with
one sock.
How do homeless people wipe themselves?
They don't.
I don't, yeah.
I don't think they do.
Their beards are long enough to just
floss with them.
Yeah, pretty much. They just hold them on the back like they're riding their beard.
What?
You get in the visual? Like, picture a Gandalf beard down under your nuts.
Past?
Yeah. Under and back.
Do you think
you just hold it from the back?
And then just scrub it?
Whoa. No, you just hold the back of it like this, like it's a tail. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that a wipe?
Huh? No, that's more of like
just you.
You know what? You want me to get real with you right here? If you flip this into this, you might have yourself a wipe.
We call that the trencher right there. Just a nice 2-finger scrape.
That isn't
from bottom of the nuts all the way across the perineum to
no, sir.
The
that's
spider wipe.
That's the Tobey Maguire right there. Yeah. In there. Fucking.
Are we? On wiping still?
I don't know if we ever. Was I the only one not on wiping?
Oh, you just could have leaned.
I was talking about wiping.
Ooh,
with like that. Not you know what I mean? Like
not me.
Wrap the toilet paper around these 2 fingers, and these are 2 guides to run along the cheeks.
Pillars?
Yeah, and they run along the cheeks. So you just you go out straight arm and.
Picture the same way you'd clean a gutter. You'd put your 2 fingers on the edge of the gutter,
Gutters
right?
are huge.
And then
dude, you'd have to 4-finger that thing, dude. You're talking about
my ass crack isn't the size of a gutter.
I'd hope not.
Is yours?
No.
So we got to eliminate some fingers.
Yeah. Not like if you're in the gutter though.
That's like as wide as an ass crack ever gets. Is like the size of this chair.
Speak for yourself.
That's still pretty big. It's quite a hefty crack.
Fit a Nathan's jumbo hot dog in there, not you, Nathan. The hot dog company.
Nathan's an average hot dog.
He's like a little below average.
You want to say that on camera?
He wants to, yeah. Catastrophes though. Catastrophes. I mean, fascinating is a bad word to use for them, but I do like. I almost said I like watching them. That would have been worse than say fascinating.
Honestly, I think it's
once they've happened. Yeah.
I think it's crazy. You're talking about a tsunami coming in and just totaling this place, leveling an entire, tornadoes. Crazy.
Tornadoes are weird to think about. You know what else I was thinking about that's kind of weird? How the fuck does sand turn to glass when you heat it up?
Heat. It's just, it melts.
So it just melts into like a puddle and then hardens into glass? How does it get clear though?
I think they add something
purification
to it
process.
When it becomes liquid, the sand, they probably put something else in there.
It's so hot that it is mostly sand, and then the impurities roll away, And then
so you just take a pile
glass.
of sand. If I light it, I think it's like 3,360 degrees.
I don't know what you're lighting it with, but
torch.
What would like a regular torch burn?
Like a MEP torch?
A what?
A MEP gas torch?
What's that?
Do you?
I forget what it stands for.
Do you use
methyl,
that?
Ethyl,
Do you say
something.
that in public? When people say torch, do you get specific about?
Oh, you must be talking about.
Well, because you're gonna have different types of torches. Some gases burn at hotter temperatures. Damn.
That.
Okay.
That's a common sense thing.
I don't know if it is.
Okay. Sorry, dude.
Gas man.
Nathan, look it up.
Didn't know I was talking to Mr. Gas
every day. I don't know. Propane torch. What does it burn at?
I just looked up
Hank Hill
like acetylene.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
use that a lot.
Cool. We got to take her.
4,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, you mean acetylene?
4,000?
Yes.
Really?
Perfect.
So we could make glass.
We should have
with an oxyacetylene torch.
I'm only a MEP owner.
Number 2.
I'm hooked.
So what do I have in my garage?
I don't know.
It's propane.
Probably a
tank.
big
Propane
lighter.
torch will get to 3,000.
A pizza oven.
Yeah.
So
Air
we
fryer.
could.
How much
36.
sand did you have to put? How hot would that air fryer have to be if I put a pile of sand in my air fryer?
Well, it goes
So
up to like 400 max.
Yeah.
At least ours does. So
Making windows.
And what are you doing today?
Yeah.
Making windows in my air fryer.
It does only get to about 450. Yeah, that makes sense. How hot would your air fryer have to be to just light your garage on fire?
Not hot.
Yeah.
I mean,
fire.
it would just need to make fire.
Wood probably burns at a relatively low temperature compared to
But not
burning
putting
things.
I missed you at my bonfire the other day.
Oh yeah, he burned boxes in our backyard.
Yeah, I just had nothing. I really had nothing else going on, and
I missed you.
decided to.
bonfire.
Middle of the day, just stood there.
Yeah, I feel like that's like generally draws in like cult people.
I really felt, I had. It felt like a great idea, and then I started the fire and I was watching it, and then I kind of looked around at my neighbors and I go, I wonder what they're thinking right now if they saw me.
They're like, oh my God.
What was that?
I went to go
He just full blown hit the arm mic into his face.
Twice now.
Oh, earlier I just scraped it, but that shit hurted.
Man, dude.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, because I feel like, once you start like lighting big fires, there's some sort of motive behind it other than just like enjoyment. Because like I think you get to a certain size fire, like in my backyard, if I'm
And it
just having
becomes
fire,
terrorism.
Yeah.
it's like cool. At some point, you have to stop playing music around it,
treading a fine
or
line.
the music changes to something.
I had my headphones in. I had my headphones in, staring at a bonfire in my backyard, and I go, I feel really crazy right now. I'm feeling weird.
like a lunatic. Yeah,
You missed a huge fire last night at the lake.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
There was a large pile of branches.
It was a big one. Yeah,
House,
I saw
neighbor's
the
house.
pictures though.
It was about as high as the roof of the cabin the
Yeah, I
fire
saw
was.
See, exactly. He was there. He might as well have been there too.
Yeah.
I was sleeping. I slept for 12 hours. I feel
Really?
great.
You weren't at the lake last night?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you went home.
No,
I
we went to
slept-
bed at like
I slept
9:30.
like- yeah, I got in bed around like 10:30.
Yeah,
I was
you
just
need
tired.
Morning mass. Yeah,
I was just sleepy. I said, you know what?
that happens.
I don't entirely feel like being tired for the rest of the night. And
Would you
tomorrow.
rather never get sick or never be tired?
Never be tired? I'd say never be sick.
Yeah.
I'd say never be tired. You know how awesome it would be to never be tired and just go to bed when you wanted?
You know how awesome it'd be.
Why would you go to
never-
bed if you're not tired?
That's true. I could get so much done.
See, but then at what point do you just have you accomplished everything?
No, not yet.
What if finally just one day you go, I wish I could sleep just to pass some time.
Melatonin.
Exactly. See, that's one of those you no.
What
You
about-
don't, you don't get
when
tired.
you propose this question, it makes me you are either going to never be sick again or never sleep again. Not be tired. I'm tired now.
Yeah.
I've done nothing today. I'm a little sleepy.
Yeah. But do you think never being tired means you can't sleep ever again?
Well, to be asleep,
You would have to be
tired.
exhausted and tired.
I sleep when I'm not tired, though. Or do I?
I don't think you do. Why would you sleep? You're not tired.
Because I got to get up the next day.
I'm not sure you entirely understand
So you guys
your
just,
own question.
You guys just go to bed when you're tired? You stay up until you're tired and then go to bed?
No.
Thank you.
No.
So you go to bed when you're not tired?
I
I will
always
go
tired.
into my bed.
I live in a state of pure exhaustion.
Yeah, so your answer should not be the sick. Imagine how awesome your life could be if you didn't live like that.
I'm already I get sick once, maybe twice a year.
Exactly. So that's a waste, you know?
Not entirely, because I wake up and I go, kind of sick today.
And it sucks.
And then I just go to work and I go home and then I'm sick for the rest of the week and it's gone. It's like
that's
it never
only
happened.
like twice.
Like a lingering
like 14
cold.
days, though.
Yeah, a lingering cold is very annoying in the wintertime, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say you never sleep. Okay. Is that the line that we're going with now?
Sounds like that's the line you're drawing right now.
You either don't have to sleep or don't get sick ever again.
Pick. Okay. So you pick never sleep.
Well, it's a harder question. I like sleeping.
So you'd rather never be sick again and you'd sleep.
I don't get sick that often, so.
Damn,
I think I'd opt out. I'd be like, no, it's okay. I'm going to get sick and sleep. But I'm saying never tired. Imagine how far you could run.
Now you're talking about exhaustion.
No, that's getting tired.
Yeah, you're tiring to
Maybe
the point of exhaustion.
Maybe it's just tired of doing things. What if I'm tired of wiping my ass?
You seem like you're tired of being in this podcast room every Sunday.
Do you still enjoy
what if that feeling went away? You know?
I see your point here.
I'm not entirely sure.
Where do you draw the line at tired?
I think he was talking about tired, like you want to go to bed, tired.
That's what I
Not
thought.
tired where you just ran a 5K and you're like, oh, my body's tired. So
you want to be Forrest Gump is what you
I think they're the same thing, though.
No, they aren't.
Because when you're tired after running a 5K, what do you want to do?
Sit down.
I'd like to just maybe have a glass of water. Just sit down, stop running, take a seat.
Getting off my feet would be nice.
Yeah.
I've never seen one person after 5K go, I think I'll sleep now. And then run on the sidewalk. Oh, that was good.
Yeah, I'm really tired. Let's keep running.
Looks like a good spot.
It's fair. Yeah.
I think I'll go home now.
Let's get a vote. Tired. Let's get a vote from the audience. You guys would rather be sick or
7
tired?
of you.
Would you rather never be sick again or
hey, we get
and then you get to
75
pick.
to 100 people listen a week.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, you people can choose what your tired is, and then you can tell us. You can iterate that in the comments. But until then, a catastrophe, it is an event causing great and often sudden damage or suffering. A disaster.
Forgot about we had a topic.
We could trash
because a catastrophe
right
is.
now.
I'm like, oh yeah, shit, a catastrophe.
So, what is an example of a catastrophe? So, you guys actually
this podcast so
pinned
far.
It. Yeah, this has actually been
this week's episode.
Grueling 15 minutes already so far. It's not always weather related, which you said earlier. A catastrophe is a disaster.
See that I don't even think it would be weather. Immediately when you say catastrophe, I don't think weather.
Really?
I think 9/11.
I always think, inside job.
Inside job.
Sandy Hook, that kind of thing.
That's catastrophe.
It is. Is it? It is a disaster, I guess.
If you're pro kids or not.
Or guns. Pro kids or pro guns. Your choice, America. Pick one.
You got to choose. If a wedding reception is disrupted by a fist fight between the bride and her new mother-in-law, you could call the occasion a catastrophe. Catastrophe comes from a Greek word meaning overturn. It originally referred to the disastrous finish of a drama, usually a tragedy.
Tragedy, yeah. I'd say they're on the same line. That'd be crazy.
So like a Romeo and Juliet.
Imagine your wife started beating up your mom.
On the wedding day. Like you would think that you would squash this beef years in advance.
No, I think you immediately have to beat up her dad after that, like simultaneously.
You think you just go, and just see what happens?
An eye for an eye.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Or do you have your dad beat up your wife?
Get her dad.
Yeah, that's true.
That is interesting. Yeah, what would you do? I don't know.
Go home, drink a beer.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Just sit down.
Yeah. Let's have a seat.
We got to get a t-shirt for that one too. One day we'll eventually do that. So, but for this episode, we're going to focus on the weather side of things.
Oh, okay.
So, what are 5 types of catastrophic events, weather related?
Tsunami, volcano,
hurricane.
Tornado. Yeah, that was the other one I was thinking of. And then there's another water one.
Is it like a flood?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Flood.
Boom.
I think there's a cooler word.
Landslide.
No.
A cooler word than
I
flood.
thought there was another water one. tsunami and hurricane. Isn't there one other thing?
Like whirlpool or something? Water spout?
Yeah,
that would be. We do that in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
In the hot tub.
Remember running just as many circles as you can?
And just getting it going.
I had a dream about that last night, actually.
Serious?
Yeah. That's so weird. And I got thrown out of it. That's how fast it was going.
Holy shit.
Thrown out of
Yeah,
were you
and
in a pool?
I was in a pool and we were going fast.
Yeah.
And there's the two gaps. It's like at the Grand International where they got the two gaps where the moon's at. And it was going so fast. I went like flying somehow through the water because you can't move through water very quick, but I was. And hit the side of the pool wall.
Did it hurt?
It would have if it was in real life. My dream, I was okay. Like I got up fine.
You're like, oh, whatever.
If real life though, it would have hurt because it hit me right here on the ribs. But that's like, that's weird how that we talk about whirlpools the day after I have a dream. I didn't even know I had that dream until you brought it up and I remembered it.
I thought, don't you have a dream journal? Or did you not do that? Or would you do that?
Yeah, no, it was him.
I do the one that keeps happening. Remember?
When
people keep getting sucked into the ceiling.
You
can't write it down every time it happens, do you?
People are getting sucked up all over your dreams.
Yeah, and then there's the other one where people keep getting sucked into the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then they die.
Fuck. The ceiling suck, man.
Yeah. No, I don't dream journal.
Oh.
No.
I guess I made that up.
I was for a little.
So I didn't make it up.
No, you didn't.
Okay, good.
You've got some merit here.
Disasters include all geophysical. Oh, man. I should have put this one into Google.
Translate.
Meteorological and climate. Oh, never mind. So there was no space between meteorological and right there. So I looked at it and it was a big block of letters and I said, I'm so done for.
This one's got me.
Yeah. Oh, there's too many of those. Geophysical, meteorological, and climate events, including earthquakes, volcanic activity, landslides, drought, wildfires, storms, and flooding.
I heard there's the Yellowstone volcano, the super volcano.
Yeah.
We're dead.
If it explodes,
It takes out half of the United States.
I heard it takes out like a lot more than
Half the world.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It would kill a bunch of people, not like just from the initial explosion, but because so much ash and shit would be in
Pompeii.
Yeah.
And it explodes like every 800,000 to 900,000 years.
We just talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
We did?
Yeah.
Yes, on the podcast. Yeah, because we were talking about, you were like, how would they know? And then I described to you what strata is and the formation of rocks. And if there is a layer of volcanic rock here and then another 900,000 there. And then,
we did talk about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would be fucked.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll let that one slide, but yeah, we should probably clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's...
Kids watch this.
Sorry, Don. That's what I think about when I say it.
When you say F words?
Yeah.
I think about Dawn a lot.
Yeah. Huh.
She's a nice lady.
Don't look at me, Broden.
There's got to be something so wrong with you.
What?
Something? One thing?
All right. What do you guys want to tell me what the most common catastrophe is?
Volcano.
Weather related?
Hurricane.
Nope.
Flood.
Yes.
There we go.
Floods are the most frequent type of natural disaster and occur when an overflow of water submerges land that is usually dry.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Yeah.
If the land is wet, be hard to flood.
Yeah. Well,
marsh.
You just get more water than what's usually there.
Marsh is getting big.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to tell me what the most catastrophic event in U.S. history is?
The 2011 Minot flood.
That was for me. It was.
Yeah. Boy, that was brutal. That was the first time we've ever been affected. So it's super cool when we're watching it happen. When I'm in my driveway shoveling soggy drywall out of it, I go, "This isn't cool at all."
I love watching other places flood, but when it hits home,
yeah, it really does hit home.
Did I tell you guys the story about the 2011 flood when I dropped a cinder block on my parents' floor?
No.
Mm-mm.
So we were moving stuff out, and I don't know why there was a cinder block in the house, but I picked it up. And I was like, what, 11 or 12? How old were we? Something like that. And dropped it. Walking out in the living room, just a giant dent in the floor. Like the corner of the cinder block, just perfect triangle. And I looked at it and I was like, looked at my dad and that's not good. He's like, you better hope it floods. And I said, all right.
You better hope it floods.
And then it did flood. It flooded a lot.
It was a substantial amount.
Yeah, while the water was rushing in.
This was pre-flood
like,
then.
This is good. Yeah.
Oh.
This is when we were moving all of our stuff out of the house.
Okay. Why do you have a cinder block in your house?
I'm trying to think about that.
Because I thought this was post-flood and a cinder block washed into your house.
No.
And then
it makes it weirder. It's already in there. Yeah.
I know. I don't know if someone's sitting on the edge of the couch just curling the cinder block.
Yeah, but a chair?
No, it wasn't.
Well, we used to. On set, we had cinder blocks.
I think it was like that, or maybe it was a more decorative one.
Decorative cinder block?
Paperweight.
There's some, yeah. Yeah.
On top of a desk, just a giant cinder block.
You go into someone's office. Like, hey, you got that paperweight? You turn around, there's just a cinder block.
There you go.
It's a bit drafty in there.
Drafty?
Yeah.
Oh, with paper blowing around? Yeah. But yeah, I dropped it on the floor and then the water saved me.
You better hope it floods.
What a saying.
How much work did you put in after the flood? None. Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I don't think I was allowed.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They did a lot of cinder block work after that.
And your
like,
cinder block, you were revoked. Yeah.
Maybe because I was like 11 and didn't know how to use power tools at the time. But like, you mean like take stuff out?
Yeah, like
you can do demo work.
I spent a lot of days with a shovel, shoveling debris out of my garage into a wheelbarrow, and then taking it over into a big pile, and then they'd come up and scoop it with a loader, put it in a dumpster. Like I cleared all the debris and stuff like out of my basement and drywall and everything like that. Sludge from like mud, like
yeah, that sucks.
So, yeah, it did a lot.
I played MLB 2K9 the whole time.
Nice.
Like when you were doing that.
Yeah, the entire time I was sweating. Yeah. I was teetering on the line of child labor laws.
Yeah,
playing 2K. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time though. I probably had more fun than you.
Yeah,
I promise you did.
I was doing a lot of bike riding then.
Yeah, I was gonna say you weren't even touched.
Yeah, you were in a bike gang, weren't you?
And when I was 12,
I think so.
Yeah, I think all of us were in that little bike.
I think you just rode bike with your friends, and that was and that's just being kids.
Yeah. But the looting and the robbing.
Let's not mention the
not on air. We're not doing dirty laundry here.
Dude, statute of limitations.
It's true. Yeah, because I was gonna say you never got flooded.
No, just our sewer backed up in the basement.
But blessing in disguise, because you and me both qualified for that flood resiliency loan.
It's true. Suck it.
Yeah, nerd.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get flooded. I was like, I'm going to flood this place.
I'm going to do it myself.
I was the one breaking the dike.
Well, you didn't even know about that. You just wanted it to flood so your dad wouldn't beat your ass.
Yeah, true.
Like triangle.
You wasn't even supposed to, and then I was out there with a shovel, just like get this water in the valley.
They're out there trying to build up the dikes, and Easton's there with one shovel, just
100 feet away.
All their progress. They'd work during the day. At night, they call it the dike bandit. I'd run in there, mess it all up,
take it all away.
The dike bandit.
Yeah, that's
crazy though. Flooding's crazy.
It's just so much water.
There's a picture of my parents.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's crazy to think there's that much water. Like
in the world, especially here.
Like in the world.
Yeah. There's so much water.
All the world's water came to us.
Dude, I know, all at once.
Yeah,
it's because the Earth is flat.
There's for sure water around.
Oh, dude.
I don't think the Earth is flat. I think it's.
Oh, it is.
I think it's like this. Because how else would we hold all the water?
It sits at the bottom.
We live up top. The Earth is like a bowl, and we're at the bottom of the bowl. That's why we flooded.
At the bottom?
Yeah.
Do you think the bowl just shifted a little bit? Someone bumped into the table.
Could have, and then it went back.
Yeah.
So we're at like the sidewall of the bowl.
We're on the edge.
Yeah.
We're just.
I like that better. Who's at the bottom?
Some fish.
What are some other good flood places?
Haiti.
That submarine that just got
Ocean Gate, yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be some place that floods a lot. I might have that in here. Anyway, the most catastrophic event actually was not here in Minot. It was the 1900 Galveston hurricane.
Knew it'd be a hurricane. Hurricanes mess people up, man.
8,000 people died, I think.
Holy shit.
That is a lot.
Oh, that's nothing.
Isn't
dude.
hurricanes
that's
like when
nothing?
Hurricanes are like people should know about them.
Yeah, this was 1900.
Yeah.
The hurricane that battered the island city of Galveston, Texas, with 150 mile per hour winds and drowned it with a 15-foot storm surges, remained the deadliest natural disaster in American history.
I don't think I can wrap my head around 150 miles an hour winds.
That's
like SpongeBob's
crazy.
bag of winds.
Yeah, just taking off.
Yeah.
You imagine the things that could pick up, how strong that wind is.
Well, that was in Beulah or whatever last week. 95 mile an hour winds.
Yeah,
it was?
pushing trailers into the water, wasn't it?
Yeah, it moved campers. Yeah, pushed campers in the water. Literally, I saw a picture of this dude's shop just collapsed.
It's funny you say that actually, because I drove through that storm from Minot to Bismarck, so technically not right through it, but it said it was the worst in Beulah. And then I had a meeting the next day in Bismarck with a guy that lives in Dickinson, around the Dickinson area. And he said he had to go put stuff in his trailer because he was worried his trailer was going to blow away. And in my head, I was thinking, how the hell would a trailer blow away? Like, trailers are heavy, are they not? So I was thinking, this guy's there's something wrong with this if he thought his trailer was going to blow away.
Like an RV or?
I think just like a flatbed trailer or like a, like something.
For hauling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
So I'm like, how? That makes sense though.
I don't think people really fully understand how much Mother Nature does not give a shit about nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it is insane like how powerful nature is in itself.
I don't get weather very much.
It's something.
And it's just never really cloudy around here or nothing.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sunny here right over my house. No, it's like, isn't it just like the heat is what does all this stuff? The heat and the cold and the fronts and
like the fluctuation of temperatures?
Yeah, isn't that when it's like two temperatures hit each other?
That would make like a tornado and a hurricane.
Yeah, it's really hot and then all of a sudden a bunch of cold air comes in, pushes the hot air up because it's less dense. So then it starts to spin once it goes up and
really
then it kills people, I guess, 8,000 of them.
In Texas. Well, it's
in
the
this
same
scenario, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
that's really as easy as it is.
Yeah, like when it's hot, like in the summer, and then it rains a bunch, and then it gets really humid. So it just rained, and now it's hot. All that water's evaporating. It's going somewhere because it's really hot. It's going back into the sky, into the clouds. Rains again. Gets really hot, evaporates, rains again.
Yeah,
over
clouds
and over and over again.
I don't even want to get into clouds, really.
Can you name any types of clouds?
Dude, think about clouds and how they work.
They don't work. Man. They're just there.
Yeah, but how's there rain in that?
It's water.
Yeah, there becomes too much water.
But I don't get how the water is just in it.
I don't get how it's just floating.
Yeah, but that's where it's like, what is that?
Atmospheric pressure.
Is it because it's in gas form and then once enough of it collects together, it just gets dense?
It would be dense. It's finally dense enough to go from gas to liquid and then rain.
But don't you think when an airplane flies through a cloud, they should have to turn the windshield wipers on?
Right. They're moving so fast that it just flies off.
That's probably true. Yeah. Do airplanes even have windshield wipers? I mean, whatever
they
hits
would probably
that,
snap off.
Yeah.
Well, you can make some big ones that don't.
Yeah, but they're going like 800 miles an hour.
800?
I think it's 500 for commercial pilots.
500.
Okay, I was going to say, that is insane. I don't know. That's like over Mach 1.
Nathan, but like, how fast do commercial airlines travel?
I'm going to guess 450.
Do clouds go away and come back?
Well, yeah, they got to go somewhere,
if there's no rain, there's no clouds.
Why are they white?
Good Lord, we're really just open up a box here.
Like, really?
Nathan, you got to put in overtime on this episode.
Yeah.
Next up, why are clouds white?
575 miles per hour.
575.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's like almost the speed of sound. That's insane.
No.
What's the speed of sound?
It's like 600 some miles an hour.
Nathan, what's the speed of sound?
And
Faster.
No, more. We're gonna need another Nathan.
638.
Sunlight is scattered by a much larger water droplets. So it's like a prism thing for clouds. That's why they're
right. So light is, how regular light is every color.
He started explaining it, and I was like, this is not going to make sense, but I'll listen.
It's the prism. It's Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
Right. Like light is every color.
Yeah.
Once it goes through a piece of water droplet, it separates the different wavelengths.
Okay, I got that part now.
So different wavelengths are different colors.
But how does it get white?
Because you're seeing every color.
Every color should be black.
Not too sure about that one.
No, white
dude,
light.
have you ever taken like a box of crayons and all did it in one spot?
Yeah, dude, you're talking about crayons versus a real scientific phenomena here. God.
But really.
I know, I get what you're saying. 100%. I do.
But black's not even a thing. That's just the absence of light. Is that what you're going to say?
Boom.
No, I was going to say the speed of sound is like 770 miles per hour.
Okay. There you go.
Sick. Dude, that's so sick. Weren't we just talking about... No, it was me. I think it was me and Dylan. So my superpower, I've always wanted to fly. My next best is I would love to drive a fighter pilot around and just go fast. Just so fast.
Just go fast.
That's your superpower?
No.
Is to be a jet? No. You want to be a transformer?
I would like to fly. But if I can't, obviously, I'd like to hop in a fighter jet and just zip around.
Back then, if you got enough Pepsi points, you could have got one.
Serious?
You guys haven't seen that documentary? Pepsi, Where's My Jet?
No.
Pepsi ran a promo. Have you seen it, Nathan? Or no?
No, I was going to say something about jets.
Go ahead.
I just think that people are very miscued by flying a jet because you think it's like your car. Because when you're driving your car fast, you see everything. But if you actually go to the first person view in a lot of video games of inside the jet, all you see is a big post in front of you. It's a bunch of gauges and you see a cloud over there and a cloud over there.
So you can't really see much.
Well, I'd just go third person view.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody
I'd stand on top of the jet,
but it's third person view.
I would sit on the jet and Bluetooth the controls.
Yeah. But no, so
700 miles an hour.
We'll get to your ratchet strap.
Yeah.
Where's My Jet? Pepsi ran a promo. You should find the year. Type in Where's My Jet promo.
We've already talked about this on the podcast.
No, we didn't.
This is the first time I've ever heard of this.
This has never happened before.
So they ran a promo where if you got enough Pepsi points, you'd buy a Pepsi and then you get a certain amount of points. If you collected enough, Pepsi would give you a fighter jet. You needed 30,000 points.
That's it?
They ran a commercial that said, win a fighter jet. So this guy went and bought all of as much Pepsi as he could.
Yeah.
And then he got all the points. And he's like, where's my jet? And Pepsi's like, no, we can't give you a jet.
No.
He's like, so he sued him.
Yeah.
I think he ended up getting paid out. But yeah, he's like, where's my jet? So
paid out how much?
So cool.
I can't remember.
I would have sued him for a jet. I wouldn't have wanted the money. Give me the damn jet.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. You guys should watch it. It's awesome.
You can buy jets.
Exactly.
For millions and millions of dollars. But
right.
You can buy jets.
Yeah, so that's why he was looking. It was cheaper to get the Pepsi than it was to buy a fighter jet.
Yeah.
So that's why he did it.
Because me and Dylan were just talking in the car ride down to the lake.
To get one?
No, he was talking about how Tom Cruise owns a jet and he flies it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pilot.
But he's weird. Tom
Cruise.
Weird.
Yeah, well,
he's weird, dude. He's like whatever it is, that Scientology stuff.
Yeah,
really different.
Do you not remember the "Where's My Jet" thing?
I kind of vaguely remember.
I'm having crazy deja vu right now. Or we already talked about the jet thing.
This is the first time I've ever heard of that.
Maybe we talked about it off the pod upstairs or something. Also, what I was thinking when I was going through that storm, lightning. Did we talk about this on the podcast?
Lightning?
What is that?
Electricity.
Yeah, but I was watching it, and then after I was halfway to Bismarck, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to do some research when I get back.
Figure out what this stuff is.
Yeah, it is so fast.
Yeah,
and I'm like, there's a couple things I googled. One, I'm like, what is it? Okay. One,
tell us.
I can't explain it really. What I read, dude, I still don't really even know. I think it's
the electrician should know.
I'm going to let him go first.
Okay.
He's an electrician, not a meteorologist.
The lightning bolt should know.
Dr. Lightning.
I flip switches. I am not the god of thunder.
So that, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to figure out what it looks like in slow-mo. So I got a video of 100,000 frames a second.
Yeah.
Cool. Because it doesn't go down like
How'd
one.
you do that?
It cracks.
Googled it.
How did you get 100,000. Did you filmed it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying. I was like,
no, there's a YouTube video.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what kind of camera you would have to have thousands? Like those so expensive.
So it goes down looking like craziness, and then once one hits the ground, it shoots back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I didn't realize it was all just. It's like a race. It's like it's like making a baby, right? Everyone's racing, and the ground's the egg.
Yeah.
And then once I get it, poof, shoots back up to the clouds.
Yeah.
What I don't get is how it must just be a lot of electrons and why it looks like that. So those are the two things. I went slow-mo, what it was, and then how far away you can be for it to hit. If I'm standing on the ground and it hits 100 feet away, what's it going to do to me? And I think 100 feet, it still fucks you up pretty good.
Yeah, it's loud as shit.
I don't get that either.
Well, no, I thought it's the thunder that's loud, is it not?
Thunder is because of lightning.
Thunder is the sound of lightning.
Basically.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, huh?
Well,
what do you think? Somebody was dropping trees everywhere while lightning was happening?
Shut up.
But then I was thinking,
you're dumb, dude. That's not what I thought at all.
But then I was thinking, like, what does it hit? How often lightning, one storm, it's got to hit the ground a shit ton of times. It hits the tallest stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not like I see a storm and then I walk on. I'm like, man, lightning hit like 100 times last night. And you see a tree down there, lightning or a telephone pole down there. The roof of that house looks pretty burnt,
Yeah.
And they don't all hit the ground, but I feel like a lot of them do.
Most of them, I think.
The ones that you can't see like up there, just the stragglers,
Well, yeah, there's like different types of lightning, I think. There's like sky to ground, cloud to cloud, different. There's different ways it flows.
Nathan, this is your time to shine, dude.
Well, like the ground ones. It's weird.
What's the most common one?
Like, do you guys ever think, I know there's like a scientific explanation for these things, but do you ever think about how weird it is that something like that can happen?
It's cool.
I'm looking.
It's insane.
And this yellow line of death can just hit the ground. And it's like, wow, that would be crazy if that hit me. Right?
It would be.
It would. Have you ever seen pictures of people that have been struck by lightning?
Yeah. They got like,
nuts.
It's on their skin.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of cool.
I know. That's why I've always said I'd like to be struck but not die.
That's
nice
why,
ink, dude.
Yeah. I would say, it's actually
That's what I saw when I was doing my research. I was like, it was all up his back and his arm. And I'm like, that's cool.
It looks sick.
And the other thing I Googled, because I was thinking.
You were down the hole here.
I was driving. I turned my music down. I was like, I got to let my brain work here. And I was thinking, what if lightning hits my car when I'm driving? What do you guys think the answer is?
I think if your car is completely sealed, you're fine.
I think, nothing would happen. It would go through. Well, rubber could be an insulator, but not at that high voltage. So it would hit your car, and I think it would just go down into the ground.
Yeah, you're safe as safe as a bee, man.
Yeah,
hits the car.
Safe as a bee. What?
Yeah, imagine lightning trying to hit a bee. You know how small that is?
Yeah.
I don't think lightning really knows bees are a thing.
That's like Randy Johnson hitting that bird, man. That's the odds of lightning hitting a bee. But yeah, it would hit the car, go into the ground, you'd be fine. I don't know. I wonder if you'd even feel it.
No, I don't.
You'd probably hear it.
You're not a part of its least conductive path. So everything in nature takes the path of least resistance. That's why it goes to the tallest object, and that's why it just comes. So
you're telling me if I'm driving and my vehicle got hit by lightning, I'd just be like, and just keep driving?
You'd see it like on your truck.
You'd probably shit yourself a little bit.
Yeah, it would be very loud. Because
would I see it on the outside? Would it like turn? Would I turn into yellow? Like everything would be yellow?
Well,
probably.
It would all get bright. It'd probably get very bright.
There's blinding.
Really?
You'd probably go.
It's blinding?
I'm assuming
it's probably bright.
Yeah,
it's bright as shit.
If you're right on the inside of lightning, you wouldn't be able to see anything.
But maybe it's like a tornado where you're in the eye of or a hurricane where you're in the eye of the storm, or the middle of the tornado is the best place to be.
Yeah.
Except for outside of it, of course. But
except for, very far away.
How about 20 miles that way?
If you can't get very far away, get as close as possible.
Yeah. If you can't run from it, get in it. But yeah, if maybe it's like lightning too. Maybe it hits you and you're in just a blissful state. Maybe
if you get hit by it, yeah.
Maybe you see some stuff in there.
Maybe. I don't know. I bet it would be bright.
Yeah.
Are there different forms of lightning, Nathan?
Yes.
Ones that don't hit the ground and do, yeah.
Because there was one storm, I think it might have been like last week or something like that. I felt like it was on top of my house. So loud.
Really?
I at one point got out of bed to look outside and say, "What's going on here?" I'm like, this is too loud.
Was it like above you?
Felt like it. Sure sounded like
but
it.
There was nothing there.
I mean, it was raining.
It might have been cloud to cloud lightning.
It was me up there with a
There
mallet.
is a bunch of different types. There's like
Elaborate.
positive cloud to ground lightning. And so basically like there's cloud to ground, ground to cloud, intra-cloud, which is
ground
in the same
to cloud? So it can
comes
start
from the
on
ground up?
Yeah.
Shut up,
shit
dude.
at the sky.
Yeah. How do you like it now, huh?
How do you like it? It's a battle, ground versus cloud. God.
That's insane. Can you pull up a video of it?
Well, I'm sure you guys have all seen it. Like you've seen like the typical like in the movies, like if the cloud's coming near and like there's just lightning in the cloud, makes it look scary.
Yeah.
Like that actually happens.
Yeah.
I've seen cloud to cloud.
Yeah,
You can see
you
it
guys have
bounce.
seen probably all of these at one point in your life.
I want to see him again. I'll see him right now.
What's the most common type?
Probably cloud to ground.
Are you sure?
I'd say
Ground
cloud to cloud.
I don't know. Just
Cloud to
I wasn't
cloud.
very sure. You could have said yeah, and I would have believed
what
you.
do you see the most?
I don't know, man. I'm not a lightning hunter.
Neither am I.
Dude,
That's why I'm at. You got the iPad.
Crazy stuff.
Did you ever watch Storm Chasers? The TIV, Tornado Intercept Vehicle?
The TIV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they have arms
That
and
sounds like
go and
something
just
you get.
lock into the ground.
Yeah, they like dig like feet into the ground.
That shit's
And
awesome.
the vehicle itself weighs like 15,000 pounds or something.
15,000.
Dude, Nathan, pull up a picture of the TIV.
Yeah. After you find out the most common. Okay, just screw the lightning type.
Yeah.
Tornado
curious.
intercept vehicle.
TIV.
I like lightning. I want to know.
I do too. But
I'll
man,
look up the most common form of lightning.
Yeah.
Okay.
But dude, yeah, light's
Cool,
kind of
dude.
crazy too. and
Super
that's
cool. This is lightning.
That's the TIV right there.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
That looks like something
Write
Batman would drive
Write
around.
that timestamp down too. I'll throw a photo for the people watching.
Intra-cloud is the most common type.
Knew it.
Yeah, cloud to cloud.
Knew it.
Yeah, dude. Weather. There's so much stuff like that in the world that I think about, and I'm like, I know I sound like an absolute moron, like verbalizing these things, but when you really think about it, it's like, how is that possible? I get people like, well, this is how it's possible. I don't care about that. Okay.
I just want you to be astonished.
I just want, I want you to look and be like, shouldn't be able to happen.
How
and
is
it
that
does.
possible?
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
join me in this feeling real quick.
Yeah, like
Mesmerized.
planes.
Do you want me to explain to you how planes work?
Yeah.
No.
That TikTok of that girl, she goes, do we really know how planes work? And the guy stitches it and he goes, yeah, we do. We made them.
We made
dumb. So dumb.
Well, same with Bluetooth. Like,
How many times do I have to explain Bluetooth to you, dude?
Wait,
infinite.
You don't understand Bluetooth?
No, I do, but it still it doesn't seem like
It doesn't
Bluetooth.
make sense. It shouldn't be a thing.
It should
We were just talking about that this weekend, me and Wyatt. Oh, it was
about Bluetooth.
things that are
Lightning.
possible that
Shouldn't
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And apparently honeybees should not be able to fly, like the big fluffy ones,
Have you seen them in
Why?
action?
because their body weight to wing ratio is like way too big.
They look like fat people.
They are
Honeybees?
they're so
Dude,
there's a lot of
honeybees
fluff.
go hard, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen them in action?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
have you seen the process of a bee doing the bee thing? What is it?
Collecting
Pollinating?
pollen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? That's
They're
almost on the same level as lightning. What
is
they
that?
just stick their ass into something. they're like,
They're collecting pollen and they're taking it back and they're turning it into honeys.
Yeah.
God damn.
Speaking of honey, my homie from work makes honey. He has a bunch of beehives, and he
So he's
gave
weird?
us it's cool as shit.
Yeah.
And he gave us a bunch of free honey, and it tastes so good, dude. Like pure natural
That's
raw honey.
Straight up.
So he's a beekeeper.
Yeah, on
in
the
his
side.
spare time. Yeah.
Yeah.
In his spare time.
What an
Hideaway
interesting
Honeyco.
hobby. Hideaway.
You
Does
can
he have
go-
a business?
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
he want
Look
to come
up-
on the business podcast?
Yes.
He would actually.
probably.
Who is it?
Josh Christensen.
Okay. Josh, come on the pod.
Get him.
I'll talk to him tomorrow. I'll
pique his
see him
interest.
tomorrow. I work with him every day.
Perfect. Dude, that's, yeah.
He actually wants to come on this podcast.
When are we going to have guests on this podcast?
Oh no, but
should start.
if we could have one, we might want it to be him.
Yeah.
He could talk about bees.
He can talk about anything.
Yeah. This guy is.
He's pretty
He's a
bright.
book. Yeah. I like him.
I call him Farmers Insurance because he knows a thing or two because he's seen
He's
a
seen
thing
a
or
thing or two. I like that. Yeah, crazy, man. Anyways, catastrophes.
Yeah.
That all started from clouds not being real, I think.
Clouds have to be
If
real.
there's things that I don't believe that are real, it's that.
I might just go on a tangent on YouTube tonight and just learn all about this stuff. I might just go down the rabbit hole.
See, that's the thing.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow a meteorologist.
I don't know if
I'm gonna be a book of knowledge about lightning.
Tom Schrader, Liam Owens is coming for you.
Yeah.
I don't-
Step aside, Tom.
I don't know if I care to learn about it. I almost like it better not knowing.
Really?
Just to keep having your,
Just be
not so you don't
astonished.
look at it and you go, oh,
Just
that's,
astonished.
I know how that's possible now.
I don't
Boring.
want to look at clouds and be like, oh, it's vapor that goes up there, gets hot, sticky, gets too much, goes down, right? Like, I
Gets-
don't want to.
Good sticky.
I don't
hot,
want to know
sticky.
that. I just want to be like, dude, think about clouds for a minute.
Man, let's just
And
lay,
then
let's just lay in this grass and just think about clouds.
Yeah.
I think I did this right here. If for those of you listening, I'm going to tilt my head back until my ears touch my shoulders. And then right there for about an hour last night looking at stars. And they were perfect out at the lake. You could see the stars. The Milky Way galaxy was visible. It was awesome.
This is getting into the space stuff now, which you know about via the space episode. How baffled I am at that stuff.
We'll
Gravity's not even real.
get back.
Gravity's not even real, and then goes on to explain how gravity works. Yeah.
They don't actually know.
None of us know. So
Nobody
what,
knows how. Go ahead. Just,
Yeah, let's. What
we're still on page 1.
what state? Well, they're double sided. What state has the most catastrophes?
Louisiana,
Close.
Texas.
Alabama.
Close.
Florida.
Texas.
Is it
Was it?
Texas? Yeah.
Texas. Yep. Texas.
The Alamo, dude.
Chex Mix.
Remember,
Texas witnessed 368 major disasters from 1953 to 2022, according to MoneyWise, the most of any state. The recent standout in 2017's Hurricane Harvey, which had more than 125 billion in damage, most of it from catastrophic flooding in Texas.
That's a lot.
Texas.
Now, while the U.S. has seen some events like this before, it has nothing on other events worldwide. Here are the 10 deadliest natural disasters by highest estimated death toll, excluding epidemics and famines.
That looks so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't really see any of it, but
Does it count as a catastrophe, an epidemic, or a famine?
Yeah,
gotta be.
By definition. Yeah, it's just
Like
a
the
bad
bubonic
event.
plague. Do you think that was a catastrophe?
I guess.
I mean, a third of
Catastrophe is
Europe died.
such a loose word, you know?
Yeah, it could be anything. Now, with all this here too, they never once mentioned like Pompeii, and that's the one that's been like drilled into our heads.
What's that?
Mount Vesuvius
Serious?
in
Yeah, Mount
Italy.
Vesuvius and Pompeii, the people that were literally just covered in ash and mummified.
Oh, yeah.
Lava.
But the reason I looked it up, I was like, why isn't Pompeii in this stat list? And they said the only reason Pompeii was so popular is because there was so much volcanic ash that it just preserved all of civilization as it was back then. So when we learned and uncovered it, we just learned everything there was to there.
You just got a leaf
Society.
blower and blew it off.
So it
that was
acted
it. They just had a broom.
so much that it just acted like as a insulator. Yeah, seal.
Yeah, and that was it. And then they uncovered everything, and it was like, well, this is how it was.
That's crazy to me. Would they do that sometimes? Like they'll just be somebody will be walking around going, "That looks interesting. Let's dig it up," and it'll just be like an old floor of a building from like 3,000 years ago.
What are they called? Paleontologists?
Those are for fossils.
Yeah, we were a couple of paleontologists yesterday walking the beach shore.
Yeah, we found some flint.
Mm-hmm.
Just missing the steel.
I was just going to say, you could almost, you're 50% of the way to a fire.
Yeah, I know.
What's a person that does digging for civilization?
Archaeology.
Archaeologists?
Yeah.
Super cool.
They're interesting too. I feel like you got to wear like cream colors to be one.
I think
Tan.
that is the
Tan or khaki.
that is
You got to
cream.
the
you got to
code.
blend into what you're digging.
Your hat, you have to have like a little a fedora with safari flaps
In the back.
but I don't know what they call it. Like oh man, they're like
Safari
They're
hat?
like a fedora, but they're not.
Yeah,
No.
it's like
It's like a cross between a fedora and a bucket hat.
And like a cowboy hat.
yeah. We should really
Really
hire
like
producers
Crocodile
to do that.
Dundee's hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I said we should hire a producer that could find it for us.
Your time.
Just look up Crocodile
no,
Dundee.
let's not tell him to look it up because I don't know if we could find it. Let's see if he can find it.
What?
Archaeologist hat. That's what I'd Google.
Archaeologist
What would you
hat.
guys Google?
Crocodile Dundee.
Silly hat.
Silly hat.
Silly hat on guy that finds things.
It'd be the one with the propeller on top.
Yeah.
Silly hat on guy that finds things. That's literally me.
There it is, dude.
Oh, I'd Google Curious George.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say that looks really familiar.
Is there a
What
name
the
for
hell?
that hat or no?
Silly.
It says silly hat.
If I was fixing to purchase that thing.
It's called a pilth helmet.
Phil helmet.
That is the most made up word I've ever heard in my life.
I think they're actually hard hats.
No.
Yeah,
Hard
they-
hats?
Yeah. Like
There's
they're
no way
like
those
that?
archaeologists
No, it's
wearing
like a-
hard
it's
pill
like a-
helmets.
type of hard hat.
The what?
It's like a type of hard hat.
That?
There's a layer of like protection.
Yeah,
in there.
they're supposed to be for protection also.
So they're condoms for your
In
head.
case what?
Kind of.
In case you get
Rocks?
a rock
I don't
drop
know.
on your head.
Who's throwing these rocks?
Well, the guy
You're
behind you
probably
that's digging
under
that
'em.
hole, he just throws a rock.
That could actually be very well true. If
That guy
you're in
could
two
shit out
holes
of his
next to each
hole.
other and you're each shoveling dirt into each other's hole.
I think, yeah, Hector Zeroni. That's where that stems from.
0?
Yep.
Nice. Did you see that he just won a Mortal Kombat tournament or something dressed as some like... Yeah, I don't know why I know that.
No. Someone told me.
Popped up on my Twitter
Did you
feed.
see the most niche thing
Yeah.
that happened in the
No,
news
it's because I
lately?
just
You
saw
follow
it was-
Hector Zeroni's Twitter?
It was Hector Zeroni. It was the actor from Zero has just won a Mortal Kombat tournament dressed as one of the Power Rangers or something like that. And I go,
What's a Mortal Kombat tournament?
you never played the game Mortal Kombat?
No, I
It's
did,
like an
but
old
they,
fighting game.
they fight?
Yeah,
That's what the tournament is?
that's it. Yeah, you go and if you win one, then you get to keep going, and then if you lose, then you don't. It's like a tournament. Dressed as a Power Ranger. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
how would you?
people do that.
Either one of you boys want to take a stab at the highest death toll for the?
17.
For what
That's it. 17.
You should give us a hint at what the disaster was so we can
Yeah, what? It was a flood?
Flood.
no, was it Noah's Ark?
Nope. What?
Everyone, -8.
Yeah. Okay, it was July 1931,
A flood.
and it
Where
was in China.
Ooh, what
I'm
didn't
gonna
like
say it's like
80,000 people?
3 million.
More.
Serious?
4 million.
Yes.
Really?
4 million people?
4 million.
Well, the Chinese can't swim.
4 million. In the
Whoa,
death
what?
toll highest estimate in the event
That
1931
squeaked by.
China floods.
Yeah, it did.
You little bastard.
What? Would you use?
It's just
Something.
a joke.
Just continue.
Second?
What is it?
3.9.
Nope.
What is it?
Flood.
3 million.
Nope.
2
Lower.
million.
2. 1887 Yellow River flood, September.
Where's that at?
Yellow River, you know
River.
where it's at.
Yeah, there's no location on it. I don't know why. It's just the
China.
Yellow River.
Where would the Yellow River be if you had to guess?
China.
I was going to say Thailand.
Nathan, what's the Yellow River? 1887 Yellow River flood, September. 2 million.
Enter.
On you. Calculating. 655,000, the 1976 Tangshan earthquake.
Tangshan.
500,000, 1970 Bola cyclone, East Pakistan, now Bangladesh. November 13th, 1970. 500,000 from a cyclone, dude. That's had to just rip.
Cyclone. That's a water tornado?
That's his, yes. Because tsunami is just a big wave.
Right.
Hold on,
so
pause. Where's
What's a hurricane?
How do you say your Q's in
What?
Chinese?
You're accusing?
like no a
Key.
Q.
A Q?
Q. It
No.
sounds like a K.
It's a letter Q. It sounds like a K. So
Yeah.
King China. QING.
Yeah.
QING.
I think it'd be like
China.
That's where it was, the Yellow River?
King or
King,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Told you
Jeez,
it's in
China was just getting crushed. Good grief.
wet over there.
That was 1887 and then the 1931. Wow.
Well,
So
like, yeah, 50 years
they
ago.
went 2 million, and then imagine people like 20 years later were like, oh, that was really bad. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. And then 1931 happens and they go 4 million.
Yeah. That's like World
That's
War I.
6 million
and then
in
they get over,
total
they go,
in a span of 50 years.
That's a lot of people.
You
That's
think they would have made
6
boats
million.
in the meantime?
Maybe threw some cinder blocks around.
I-
Swim lessons?
right.
Dude, maybe. Something.
Just get away from it. You know what I mean?
Run.
Go away from the water.
Drive. Move.
Yeah, I mean, float
well, I guess
on
this was
anything.
1887, so I don't know what they had.
Maybe, they probably weren't predicting too much of that shit.
Where do you move, Russia?
Anywhere, really, that there isn't water over your head.
That's fair.
Yeah, I wonder,
what were you saying about the Bangladeshians?
Oh, I don't know. What's the difference between a cyclone and
typhoon and a hurricane?
So yeah, we got a lot of things going on.
I think it's just
cyclone, tsunami, typhoon.
I think it depends what
hurricane.
ocean it is.
Yes, that's true.
Really?
Which is stupid.
Yeah. Typhoons are
Why?
for us. Typhoons would be West Coast, and hurricanes would be Gulf and East Coast.
Hurricanes are East Coast, and a typhoon, yeah. So if there's a hurricane in California, that's wild. Why do they call it a typhoon?
I don't know. But then I think is a cyclone like a water tornado? Because hurricane is different than
she moves her body like a cyclone. I was trying to sing that to see if it would tell me. Imagine it told you the definition.
All it does is make you want to do it all night long. That's it. That's all you know.
Do you know anything?
Find out.
2010, the Haiti earthquake, 316,000.
I remember that.
Yep,
Me too.
that was in 2010. What's that?
Mayflower sunk.
I don't know what that is. It says 526 Antioch earthquake. Now in Turkey, 300,000.
That probably the year.
526. What says May 526?
Yeah, May.
Do you think it would actually
be the year 526?
That makes sense.
Yep. Like, when did years start?
Well, it just lost me.
Nathan's got us here.
A cyclone is like a pussy hurricane.
Oh,
So like once a cyclone gets big enough, then it's a hurricane. Or like a
Okay.
typhoon.
So cyclone is a small hurricane.
Oh, cyclone.
pussy. Yeah.
So why would you even if I heard on the news today that a cyclone is coming, I wouldn't be worried because I go, it's just a small
I would be.
hurricane. Whatever.
If North Dakota, I'd be like, how?
Did it just land here? What did it skip everything else?
if you're gonna move your body, why wouldn't you go for hurricane? You know,
That's a bit
The-
too
the
aggressive.
good
Harder to rhyme, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit. She moves her body
You
like
can-
a
yeah.
hurricane.
You can need to be in restraints if she moves her body.
he didn't want to copy the old song by the Scorpions, "Rock You Like a Hurricane."
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Of course.
Or the Bob Dylan song.
He could have got.
Oh yes, good pull.
Pass that to him.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Cool. Hey, I've had enough. So, given the death tolls and the catastrophics that we've seen here,
Catastrophics.
what do you think are the most expensive disasters and catastrophes to recover from?
Damn, it would have to be
Floods.
for sure.
Probably.
Floods ruins everything, dude.
Water is a powerful tool of
Yeah.
Mother Nature.
Water's
Insane.
I don't like drowning
Could you imagine being able to breathe in that shit like a fish?
in water.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, because you're just so used to air, but like, no, you don't do air anymore.
You're like an avatar.
Yeah. I haven't seen the new one yet.
It's awesome.
Don't spoil
You saw
it.
it?
Well, it's in water, so that's the only thing I'll spoil for you.
I remember you sent
I
me that
saw
behind the scenes footage of how they filmed all of
Yeah.
it, which was really cool.
Really cool.
Avatar Way of Water. Yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, being able to breathe underwater, I feel like I'd
Be cool.
do
that.
I'll go to the Olympics.
I think.
Yeah,
so.
you could start doing some crazy shit,
Dude,
man.
I think even if you could breathe underwater, you still wouldn't be as fast as some of the Olympic people, as most of the Olympic people. Because those guys are basically breathing underwater. They are above water for a fraction of a second to go,
It's true.
and then they keep going. And then a little while later, they go,
Do you have to be? Do you have to?
Not
be
a
that?
lot of cigarette smokers that are doing swimming.
no, that's why I'm not in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's the sole reason.
That's it. Yeah. If I stopped touching the one cigarette I have every few months, yeah, I'd probably be in the
Yeah.
Olympics.
Dude,
Well, Michael Phelps was smoking pot, so I mean,
that's why he's so fast.
Just relaxed.
Yeah,
true.
time slowed down for him.
I actually think I posed that question and I didn't answer it. So I just have the most expensive. It says, at the helm of this question, my personal favorite, Chernobyl. The most expensive disaster in human history is the Chernobyl disaster, costing an estimated $700 billion.
Really?
Yeah. Chernobyl's circumstances make it a unique but particularly devastating situation that is hopefully unlikely to ever happen again.
How did it cost $700 billion though?
It just ruined so much.
It ruined that area, right? But they didn't rebuild that area.
A big area.
But they had to
build the area
contain
because they couldn't even go in.
So it cost $700 billion to contain.
And probably the amount of people that had to go to the hospital and died. And
I've still never seen it. I should watch it.
dude, please.
I'm gonna watch the Punisher first.
No, dude, screw the Punisher.
Watch Bloodsport.
Watch. Do you have HBO Max?
I got everything. I got a jailbroken Amazon Fire Stick.
Dude, tonight when we leave, watch the first.
I'll watch
because it's there's like 6 or 8 episodes, or like an hour long. So good.
So they couldn't even go in there with like suits.
No,
not initially. I had just saw a thing on Twitter the other day. Actually, it was the first picture.
X.
Sure.
Shut up, dude. Oh God,
I'm not doing that. The
you are. It's on your phone.
I'll delete it. I'm hard nosed.
I'm hard nosed. I'll put my foot in the sand here.
But it was the first picture that was ever taken after the disaster, and it was the first picture that he took, because immediately after being that close, he was up in a helicopter. After being that close, every other picture in his film was pitch black because he was exposed to just that radiation for a little bit too long, and it just ruined the rest of the film. So he got one picture from it.
I'll have to watch that.
It's incredible.
It'll blow your mind. Freak you out a little bit too.
Yeah.
I don't think that place isn't going to be habitable for like 40,000 years or something like that.
Where's it at?
Russia, Ukraine, like that part.
It's so cool, dude. I don't know why it fascinates me so much, but it's just like the fact that we can, like nuclear energy in general, like smashing fission, like the combination of atoms to create this energy, and it could go so horribly wrong like that is nuts to me.
How many years did you guess, Broden?
40,000?
20,000.
20,000 more years until it's habitable?
Yeah.
God, that's so cool.
That won't take it too long. Yeah.
The time will pass anyway.
Time marches on.
We start thinking about nuclear energy. Nuclear. Sorry.
Thank you. God, that was pissing me off.
Sorry. You guys seen Oppenheimer yet?
Not yet, but I want to.
Me neither. We should go do it.
Tonight?
No. We got to watch Chernobyl.
Please do. Please. I'm dead serious, dude. I know I've told you to watch a lot of things. Please watch this.
I'd maybe go to Oppenheimer.
Not tonight.
Okay. Put your
Brings it up immediately.
Put your money where
shuts
your
it
mouth
down.
is, boy. Yeah, I'll watch Chernobyl.
Thank you.
And then I'll watch
the
Punisher.
You won't regret it.
Punisher. Punisher's coming on Hulu. I sent that to Liam.
I'm excited.
1 and 2.
Can't wait.
I like that kind of stuff, though. Scary stuff.
Yeah. No,
have you heard about
cool?
The 7 missing United States people in the Registan desert?
Like right now?
No, it was in 2000.
How many stands are there?
2004 or 2006, I want to say.
So many stands.
Yeah, so many stands.
Pull this up, Nathan. But basically, there was these 7 guys on the one unit in their vehicle driving through the desert. And
military guys.
Yep. Okay. Like U.S. military. And their vehicle stopped working and everything stopped working. Almost like an EMP hit them, right?
I was about to say that.
Yeah. So then they walked to, they were like, it's 14 miles away from their base. So they're like, well, I'm going to walk to the base. And they started walking and they ran into this little village. And they're like, okay, we'll go to this village, try to find some assistance, people that can help. And the village apparently had all of these small little pathways, roads. And they kept walking through them, getting lost. And eventually they got to a building where there was all these like weird artifacts, like crosses hanging and weird things hanging, like almost some weird spiritual thing. And one guy like went crazy and started like dancing weirdly. And then another guy just like disappeared into the night. And then they have video footage of it, like a helmet cam. And the only thing they ever found was the helmet out in the desert. And they never found the guys ever again. And the village has never been seen.
What is this called?
Registan Desert. Registan. Yeah.
Really? So no bodies or nothing were ever found?
Nothing.
Or the village.
Except
I love shit like this.
Only the helmet with the footage on it. And I saw that.
Watched the footage from the helmet of them going through this village, and they just found the helmet and no village.
Yeah. Like the village just disappeared.
Dude.
In the comments, some people are saying it's a jinn. You know what a jinn is?
Yeah.
Jinn. Like a
Didn't we just bring that up? That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, we did last night. It's a Arabic demon, basically.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So people in there is like, sounds like a jinn to me. And I'm like, wow, that'd be nuts. But yeah, they were like going crazy and like one guy that walked away, they split up into groups of 2 and they're like, well, let's go find this guy. And they saw that guy walking and he had a weird like walk, like he was walking funny and he was acting, his mannerisms were weird. Almost like he'd been just like taken over, possessed. I was watching it. I'm like, this is sick.
Where are you watching it at?
I saw all the clips like linked on TikTok. So it's like part 1, then you go find part 2, part 3, part 4. Yeah, it's pretty good. Cause that's how I view Chernobyl. I'm like, it's probably similar to that. Not like that, but gives you that weird, eerie feeling.
Right. Have you guys ever heard, so now that we're on this train, I'm going to keep it going, of the people that will be out in the middle of nowhere, like in forests, and they find just perfectly set of stairs? Have you ever
Stairs?
Yes.
I think I've heard of that
down
before.
or up?
Up. Just
Into
like
nothing?
a staircase that looks like it was cut out from a house, dropped in the woods, and that's it. People run into these set of staircases everywhere.
Everywhere. Like
That's
where?
wild.
I mean, like all over the United States and stuff. Out in like the middle of the woods.
See, I always wonder,
what point
I want that to be so real, but is it folklore?
Me and a few buddies could go build a set of stairs on a drunken night and go, this is going to freak people out. And then leave.
It's true.
Like,
But if it's happening multiple places,
Look it up.
it's the Stairway Bandits, dude.
I've heard of them.
Seriously, look it up. Apparently, one dude went and stood on him, said he started
Died.
laughing, but his buddy said that he was having like a seizure and he thought he was laughing. That's how he remembers it. But yeah.
Nathan, did you find anything on the desert? No.
I found like the only thing I could find is like actual pictures of like staircases that used to lead up to buildings, but then like the buildings collapse.
That's Broden's. Did you find anything on the missing people?
I did, and I did like I couldn't find the actual video that they had, but like it was like pictures of the video.
Yeah.
And like I saw like the crosses thing hanging upside down, and it was.
Flip a photo for them to see.
Was it creepy?
If you can.
Did it scare you?
Let's see here.
Good thing it was 11 a.m. when I saw that video. Because
Now that you looked it up, you're done for
if
tonight.
it was at night, dude,
Oh yeah, I'm fucked.
there's a gin upstairs.
There might be some gin hanging around.
Yeah,
here.
there's tonic too.
Oh, shaking.
But like
Not
all
certain.
of these pictures are like very blurry.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's got to be a low quality video.
First generation GoPro on a soldier's helmet.
And it might be fake, but I like to think it's real. It almost looks
Now
like
I'm scared.
It almost looks like Nazi zombies.
A little
Those
bit.
dark green rooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is a pretty creepy video though.
I thought you didn't watch it.
It's not like
The screenshots
like,
from the
it's just
video.
like screenshots from the video, but it was a creepy video of the screenshots from the original video.
It's a video on top of a video on top of a video.
I was going to say, why don't they just link you to the original video?
Can't. Suspense. We want you to go watch it yourself. And shit your pants.
I might. It'd probably be a little creepy. I'm not going to watch it tonight. I promise you that. Tell you what I will do is tell you about the top 10 most expensive natural disasters in history. Number 10, the 2019-2020 Australian bushfires. $77 billion.
That happened when?
2019, 20.
Yeah,
It was around the COVID time when COVID first started popping off.
Yeah.
$81 billion adjusted for inflation. Up next is Hurricane Sandy in 2012. $68 billion, which after adjusted for inflation is also 81.
Hurricane Sandy, that was...
I remember that.
Like New Jersey, New York.
York.
It was not New York, was it?
New York.
That was more
Jersey.
southeast.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you
Hurricane
where it was.
Sandy.
Do hurricanes hit New York in the upper
They
east?
could. I don't know.
Why not?
Can they?
Why not?
I'm sure if they wanted to, you're not going to stop them.
There's no way a hurricane's hitting Manhattan.
I don't know, dude. Manhattan's a dangerous place.
Have you ever heard of Manhattan being hit with a hurricane?
They have
2012.
tropical storms,
Oh.
but not hurricanes.
Hurricanes are southeast, right?
Pretty sure.
Down there, Florida. All the people that decide living below sea level is a fun thing to do.
Right next to the sea.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the good food is, though.
Yeah, all the
Weird.
crawfish.
Have you ever had a crawfish?
I've been at a crawfish boil.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn good. Those people are doing it right.
Who are those people?
The Cajuns.
The Cajuns. What do you mean, you people?
Yeah.
I thought it was weird, dude.
It was
crawfish
weird.
It tasted all right, but it was like trying to get the meat out of the crawfish. It just
Dude, you had to give it the old sucky.
It wasn't for me. I was in there. I'm telling you, I had my tongue in there and I was going.
I didn't eat it. I watched you guys eat it and I'm like, that looks like
pretty
a lot
tasty.
of work.
It just wasn't for me.
I love it.
You like some stuff like that though.
Yeah, no, I'm into some shit.
Broden's into thinking tasty things, like things that normal people are like, that's not very good. Broden's like, I like it. It's great. Horseradish. I like it.
I like horseradish.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Cottage cheese.
Just gives you a zing.
Cottage cheese is good. But it's like, I got oysters. Oh, so good.
Yeah, smoked oysters. And
smoked oysters out of the tin can.
Yeah.
So good.
Put them on a saltine.
Put that on a cracker, dude.
Put that on a cracker, dude.
Just stuff like that.
That's good shit. It is good shit,
like
dude.
I can't believe
what's your deal, dude?
I don't like sea fish.
Seafood.
Why don't you expand your horizons a little bit?
So you don't eat sushi?
I do.
I like sushi.
Spicy crab rolls.
Crab
California
rangoon.
rolls.
White people sushi.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Japan, not my place.
No, I think Japan's got some of the best food that people can eat.
Yeah.
Probably.
Ramen, sushi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that stuff.
What do they call like shrimp tempura?
But you're telling me
Yeah.
you're telling me you have two things. It's like you got that or you got like the best American food.
What is the best American food?
That's up to your interpretation.
Like just a big old bacon cheeseburger?
It would
Or
have
like
to
a
be
s-
I don't
or
think
like
we
a
have
s-
any other.
Like a steak with
Unique.
mashed potatoes. Is that
Ooh, like-
American?
No, steak. Yeah, steak and potatoes.
Depends what kind of steak it is.
Dude,
Your
ribs.
favorite. That's
like
how
a
this game
porterhouse
works. Yeah.
or
What
a
else?
bone-in ribeye,
Did we establish
Oh,
like
man.
smoking food? Like you're talking about like
like cigarettes.
sign me up. No, like burnt ends, like a pork shoulder that just falls apart.
Some smoked ribs.
Yeah.
That you just pull the bone out and it
Yeah.
just is like, damn.
Man, I feel like you guys are in your own world, dude. You look like you're both staring at the same point at the floor. Like there's something down there, like a script you're reading.
No.
Look at you both right now. Look at you.
I'm just thinking,
looking right there at the carpet.
That's where it is, man.
That's where
that's
the
where pork
imagination
shoulder is.
lies.
God,
Oh my god, dude.
that's like
What I wouldn't do
Son
right
of a
now. You put a pork shoulder in my face.
Don't smack the shit out that thing.
You give me a big old rack of ribs.
Yeah.
You want to go to Bones Barbecue after this?
I want
If
to.
they're open? They're right
I
down
want
the
to go
street.
somewhere, man.
Take me there.
Mm,
Wherever
Paradise
we're
City?
going. Yeah. The Electric Factory.
you know,
You know what? Hurricane Irma, 77 billion. Hurricane Maria, 91 billion. 1988 to 1990, North American drought, 60 billion. Hurricane Harvey, 125 billion. Hurricane Katrina, 125 billion.
ooh, that was a bad one.
Yeah, I heard. The Great Sichuan Earthquake,
Szechuan. Like the sauce?
yeah, 150
That's how
billion.
you say that.
The Great Hanshin Earthquake, 1995, 200 billion. And the most is the 2011
Why not
Tohoku
flood?
earthquake and tsunami, 360 billion.
Was that in Japan?
Have you seen some of those?
Tohoku.
Have you seen some of those waves? Tsunami waves?
Big
Yeah.
Huge.
stuff.
How about that dude that rode like that 100-foot wave in like Spain or something like that? He's a surfer and he rode it. It's
I
just
hope he's a
insane.
surfer.
He was just there. He's on the brink of drowning.
Yeah. But like you
Just-
rode it down.
There's the picture of him and the wave is behind him, obviously, and it's just insane to look at that.
Nathan, can you pull up that picture for us?
I just picture him on a boogie board. Yeah. He rode that way. Gripping the front of it.
He's holding on to a singular 2x6, dude, just freaking out.
Oh gosh.
Can you make it
Yeah.
bigger?
The wave?
Picture of wave.
He's the little dot in the middle.
That's so
Yeah.
sick.
Pretty big.
That is so sick.
Terrifying.
Oceans, yeah. Oceans.
What do they
scare
call
us.
that? Like when you're scared of like giant thing, like megalophobia or something?
When are you supposed to know? Because one of you is.
Thalassophobia is afraid of.
It's afraid of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrified of being out in the ocean for sure.
What's the fear? We were talking about this. Or we were driving back from Fargo one time from that comedian. Remember we were talking about the fear of just wide open spaces? Like if I would have to walk from Fargo to Minot.
Oh, yeah. That would freak you out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. God, what was that?
Only at night, I think.
Only
though.
at night. During the day, I'd be like,
I think
So
you're just
scared at night.
I think you're just scared of the dark.
so you're just scared of night.
The unknown is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
See, some people are. Like,
yes.
Yeah. Well, like my girlfriend doesn't like doing a lot of like new things. Those like new things pick away my interest.
Really?
Yeah.
For sure.
Like I'm cool.
I'm change.
Well, because I'm cool with whatever. Like if someone handed me something and they're like, try this. And I go, what is it? And they're like, just try it. I go, cool. All right. And I try it. And if it tasted good, I go, that's pretty good. What was that? Then they tell me. Simple as that.
Well,
if I didn't like it,
bad, they don't tell you.
If it tasted bad, I'd say, that didn't taste very good. What was that? And they tell me and I go, I'm never going to eat that again.
It's fair.
But whatever. Just something new. I'm not going to die.
I'm trying to think of the things that like
rat poison. Try it.
Try this. What was it? Rat poison.
What? This drink? It's Sprite with grapes in it.
And then he just says, you're never going to try that again.
No, I won't.
No, I don't think I will.
Oh, you guys want to know what stuff about disaster prepared, 10 steps of safety? You got to identify your risk. Create a family disaster plan. Practice your disaster plan.
We're not telling people how to survive.
You want to... Yeah, you're trying to figure it out. How about a supplies kit? Let's end this episode with the supplies kit so then everyone listening knows how to be safe in case something happens.
Tic Tac, sir.
Well, yeah.
Read, man.
Oh, all right. Basic disaster supplies kit. To assemble your kit, store items in airtight plastic bags and put your entire disaster supplies kit...
To use bag of winds.
To use undo loop. In 1 or 2 easy-to-carry containers such as plastic bins or duffel bag. That's important because you don't want to overcumber yourself with too much stuff. If you're in a disaster, you got to say, we need to grab these things and we need to go.
Were you thinking about your use of overcumber?
It's cumbersome. You don't want to overcumber yourself.
It's cumbersome.
Is overcumber a word?
Nathan? It's probably not.
Because you paused, you looked around, you're like, I'm going to keep going.
Here we go. If it's cumbersome, you got to believe at some point it is cumber.
Yeah, you're overcumbering things.
Yeah.
Overcumbered is a word.
Yes! He strikes again, dude.
It is a deliberately offense act or something producing the effect of a deliberate disrespect.
Nice.
So it sounds like the most disrespectful. Like it's a backhand.
Now what? Now read the second definition. There has to be 2.
There's always 2.
This wasn't on, like, didn't pop up right away on Google.
Oh, you had to
I
search
win.
for this
I'm
word.
doing. It's a win for me.
Okay.
A basic emergency supply kit could include the following recommended items: water, 1 gallon per person per day for several days, for drinking and sanitation. Food, at least a several-day supply of non-perishable food. Battery-powered or hand-crank radio and a NOAA weather radio with tone alert.
Yeah, let me find a hand crank radio.
Yeah,
How'd you know my name was Radio?
you like that fucking movie of that dude?
Yeah, that one guy.
What movies are you watching?
No, you never seen that movie? They call him Radio because they always watch you on the radio. They get him on the football team to be their manager.
Oh, yeah.
Bully him.
Yeah. Broden goes.
Him. Flashlight, first aid kit, extra batteries, whistle to signal for help. Dust mask.
A whistle?
Yeah. You know, the whistles.
Mm-hmm. A dust mask.
Plastic sheeting and duct tape to shelter in place. If it's so bad that you
This
need
is
plastic sheeting and duct tape, dude,
Yeah.
you're about to make shelter.
Let me just fit this in my bag real quick.
Sounds like Dexter's kit.
I'd walk into my neighbor's house if it got that bad. I'm not going to carry around plastic sheeting. That's
You
insane.
think
Yeah.
your neighbor should be carrying the same stuff? Would be my guess.
I just
I'm going
started.
to ask him. I go, hey, you got any plastic sheeting on you? And he goes, yeah, tons. And then
What do you mean? You didn't
I
pack it in your
strangle him.
disaster supply kit?
I'm going to take his. Moist towelettes and garbage bags and plastic ties for personal sanitation.
Firearm.
Gun.
Moist towelettes. That's
not
if
on
you
here.
get wings. Yeah.
I think gun is huge. Huge part of that survival.
I'm not going home without mine. You shitting me? Wrench or pliers to turn off utilities. Other people's or what? The people are trying to survive and you go, not today. Turn outside their house, turning their water off.
Other people's.
Just going and undoing every fire hydrant on the block.
We're going to make this place really flood. Local maps and cell phone with chargers and a battery backup.
What if there's no power?
Like
A generator.
Solar
They got
power.
I mean, if I'm going to carry plastic sheeting, why don't I just do a generator.
See, that's like one of the first things that's like.
How about I just
stuff
prepping and stuff like that? I don't think that's mentioned on here at all. Like backfeeding your house with a generator. So if your power goes out, like power lines go down, you can just start the generator and it feeds your electrical panel, and then you have power again.
All that stuff's supposed to fit in a bag.
Yeah, one little bag and it goes in your pocket.
Bags. One or two.
Two.
You fold it up.
So yeah, I guess.
And then you also need to pack a really strong guy to carry all your stuff.
You might as well just pack a second house.
At this point, yeah, you're asking for a lot. What do we got?
Plastic sheeting.
So a tarp, I think essentially would be like, I could see carrying a tarp.
Okay, a tarp
that mostly makes sense.
I'm thinking of
you
like
lost
OSB.
me a plastic sheeting.
OSB. You want to carry a bunk of
OSB's
OSB
wood.
with you.
Plastic sheeting's the same as a tarp.
Yeah, now that I think about it, it is.
So that makes it sound much better. Additional emergency supplies. Consider adding the following items into your 1,000-pound emergency supply kit based on your individual needs. Soap,
Live human
hand
head.
sanitizer, and disinfecting wipes to disinfect surfaces.
Hustler
Prescription
magazines.
medications. Tons of hustlers.
Lubricant.
Non-prescription medications such as pain relievers, anti-diarrhea medication, antacids, or laxatives.
Why would you pack
Why would you pack laxatives? I guess
you're packing the anti-pills and the laxatives.
If you want to go one, you want the perfect storm. You're taking both at once, dude. Just immediately.
I suppose if you're on your 16th can of cream of corn, and you're shitting only corn, you're probably gonna want to mix it up.
Cream corn.
Or you got a can of cheese, a bunch of them, and now you're like, I need these laxatives.
Fiesta nacho soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think
you never know. You gotta have every stone left unturned.
What do you think the canned food would be of your choice that would get
Spam?
That's a good
that
one.
you would get sick of the least?
Spam.
You
I don't
can
think
do
you've ever had spam.
I've never had spam. I don't think.
We have some. I have.
Should we
once
fry
in a while.
some up later?
Yeah, you could. It's yummy.
I'm interested.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Corned beef hash is really good. It's awesome.
What would I get sick of in a can?
Peaches? I don't know.
I'd
Like
guess
the fruit medleys with like the maraschino cherries in them, like all day, every day.
I think that would be the first thing I'd get sick of.
I'd get sick
Really?
of it
Yeah.
fast, yeah.
It's fruit.
I know. I like a mixed vegetable.
A mixed vegetable, not multiple vegetables.
Half a
mixed
broccoli and
A
half a
can
celery.
of mixed vegetable.
Light-skinned vegetable, yeah.
Yeah. I like a nice
a little bit of
Latino.
carrot, a little bit of green bean, a little bit of peas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like mandarin oranges. I'd crush those.
I love mandarin oranges.
Canned pineapple.
Baked beans, bushes.
Ooh, good choice, dude. With brown sugar,
Yeah.
beans or whatever.
You guys also got to remember, like most of this stuff's going to be like room temperature,
Mm-hmm.
like in a catastrophe. So like
Why?
it's just like mediocrely cold.
Not if
baked
we bring
beans.
our plastic sheeting and
make
lighter.
the
And,
refrigerator.
I'm bringing, yeah. I'm
Your
bringing
stove
a
and your
torch.
generator so you could run it. And
Exactly.
I'm bringing a map torch.
pots and pounds.
Call back.
The torch.
You got anything else, Liam?
There's tons. Pet food and extra water for your pet. Cash or traveler's checks. Important family documents, such as copies of insurance policies. Identification and bank account records saved electronically or in a waterproof portable container.
God, man.
Bring your favorite piece of art in an art tube.
Yeah. It's like, who's bringing this stuff?
Why would I bring this shit?
Sleeping bag or warm blanket for each person. Complete. This is, dude, you are hauling stuff. You need a trailer. Complete change of clothing appropriate for your climate and sturdy shoes.
Bring your wardrobe.
Fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher.
Matches in a waterproof container.
Never know how to
Feminine
run into a
supplies
fire.
and personal hygiene items. Mess kits, paper cups, plates, paper towels, and plastic utensils.
Is this a moving list or a disaster list?
Paper and
Go
pencil.
pack up
This
your
is
local
stuff-
Applebee's restaurant.
This is just stuff they're trying to renovate a home office right now. Books, games, puzzles, and other activities for children.
A
This sounds like stuff I would buy if I was going to start a Kmart.
Yeah.
If I'm like, I'm opening a Kmart. What do we need for this? And then you
go,
get this
dude.
list.
Take it.
God damn.
Yeah, and to haul this, you're going to need 3 16-foot U-Haul vans.
Yeah.
So make sure you have those handy.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's it, dude.
That was a long ass episode.
Episode 53 compared to our last two.
Yeah.
It's probably about 130, 140.
Buy our merch. Check us out on social media. Like Easton said, clips are probably going to come back.
They're coming. That's all. Peace out.